Okay, so Terra House Productions in. Alright, so you've got your home page. Good, you've got the brief on there. Brilliant. Okay, you've got your piano thing on there. Good, good, good. Okay, so one thing that you could put on your home page that you'll need to develop is you'll need to get a logo, like a production company logo. Yeah, so for example, like Crack Studios had on their homepage, eventually they had that was their logo that they made, and Snatch had that kind of weird hand thing there. So you'll need to make a logo for your company. Now that should be on your treatment. Yeah. So once one of the aspects of your treatment is to make sure you got that. In terms of the treatment layout, if you go to October 2016 1.5, if you roll down, that tells you the content of your treatment. Yeah. So have those on there, and there should be a little slide on each one just telling you about it. Now obviously I know it's got Todorov in there, but you're doing the teaser trailer, so this is about making sure that you're pointing out which bit of the script you're making, so which scene and where it appears from the script, yeah, whereabouts in it. Okay, so that's on there for you. If we go to team log, so good, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good. So you're doing about one meeting a week, which is okay. Good. Yep. So as long as you're talking about what we've got, yeah, good, excellent, well done, cool. Yep. Okay, that's great. Okay, team profiles, very good, very good. You all look different, really different. Like, yeah, really, really different. Okay, so with this, what you might want to do on there is put 3 trailers underneath each of you with your favourite horror trailers. Yeah, just to be a bit more. So you mentioned The Witch, so put that in and maybe like 2 more or something. Yeah, just make it a bit more interactive. And then underneath that, if you could put your summer trailer that you made, yeah, and then underneath that, if you can put the evaluation that I got you to write in week 2, I think it was, you know, where we talked about, did it have the montage at the end of scariness, you know, did it fit the theme, did it have the right tone? Yeah, I think that might be on your blog somewhere, just copy and paste that. So just to make that stand out a little bit more. Again, I think if you look at, who did this now? Was it Ghostly Studios from this year? I think when we look at their crew profiles, I think they did do this already. Yeah, look, so you can see that's Whitney's one. They haven't put the evaluation underneath it yet, but they have put the thing next to each of them. Yeah. Okay. Right, so let's go through development. So horror genre research. Get to the iconic horror films. Okay, this is nice. So we've got Thing Link and we've got E-Maze. Good, lots of content. I like that. Night Living Dead. So this is your iconic horror films, yeah? Good. Excellent. And you've embedded the trailer. That's lovely. Very good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. There we go. Yep. Good. So you got the comment and you got the examples. Yep. Very good. So underneath here, what I would do, everything on these needs to be annotated in some way to point out why the hell you did it, if that makes sense. So with this, next to your iconic horror films, what you could just put down is something like, you know, in conclusion, some of the things that make these films iconic is they have a strong antagonist, and they've become more controversial over time, I suppose you could say. So like the Human Centipede is quite like, you know, how are you going to scare people after that sort of thing. Yeah. Subgenre research, the obvious thing to put after that is, having looked at these, I think we're going to specialise in the splatter genre or something like that. Yeah. Okay, this is nice. It's Greenwich Underpass, so it's a little bit like. Okay, so this is good. So this is quite detailed by the looks of it. Oh, I see. So you put this is your crits, isn't it? Oh, I see. This is good. I like this. Yeah. So you put them in there as well. 29. That's loads. Wow. Good. And this looks really nice as well. Good. There's a lot of detail in there. Lovely. Good. So what you could put next to this one, because these are films that you chose to watch, is you could say, having looked at these, we agreed that the films we'd like to draw influence from are blah blah and blah. Just give us like 3, say, that are in this. Okay, so we've got semiotics in here. Oh, you're liking ThingLink, I see. That's good. Yep, very nice. Yeah, that's great. Nice little mood board of all this stuff. Good. And then we've got the horror theories in here. Right, so overall, yeah, we're looking level 4 A grade, well presented, lots of detail, lots of content. Yeah, I think we're sound on that one. Very good. Very good. Okay, excellent. Let's go on to texture analysis. So we've got movie trailers. Okay. Good. So is there analysis of those? You got your thing in there as well? Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yep, that's good. Okay, we've got all that stuff in there. Okay, I'm just going to quickly whip it to the end. Right, what I would do next to each of these, where you've got this here, is I'll give it a rating out of 5 stars for each of them, yeah? So in conclusion, this was a very scary film. It had lots of kind of jump scares, and blah 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 blah. 4 out of 5, that kind of thing. And you actually get some like stars from, you know, Google Images and whack them in there. Yeah? Okay, good. These all look quite detailed. We've got 4, so that's 4 for you, each of you, and we had the other ones on the other side. So that's good. Yeah. Oh, very good. There's some real detail in there as well, like at 015. That's very good. Yeah, very very good. Okay, let's have a quick look at that one. Yep. Very good. Okay. Let's have a look at posters. So this is very detailed. I like that. I like the fact you've kind of put it on there for us to see all of it. Good. You've talked about the topography. Is it just a quick check? It's sans serif, isn't it? I thought that was serif. I thought. Yeah. Sans is without, isn't it? So I think serif means with the flicks. So yeah, just careful of that. That's sans serif. Whereas that's serif. Yep. So yeah, you put sans. It's just you've got them the wrong way around. That's all. But you did. Yeah, you do know what you're. Okay, this is good. I like this. This is very nice. Very well presented, and you got your 4 posters. So again, at the bottom, just put a thing on there saying, having looked at these posters, the one I prefer is this, this, and this because of this. Yeah. So it's just like having a little conclusion to each bit. And then movie magazines front covers. Good. You got the dots everywhere as well. Liking all that. Good. And we got 4. Okay. One thing I'd say, who's designing your magazines for the pre-production bit? You are. Okay. So have you used these as influences, or have you looked at things like Empire magazine and like Total Film and stuff like that? Good. That's. I'd make it easier on you. If you look at something like Empire. If you have a look at Empire magazine, you'll see that it's a lot. Let's have a look, see if they've got a horror one. Apparently not. Let's have a look. Have we got a horror one on there? Suppose that one. Yeah, that one's relatively horror, I suppose. Oh, that's a really old one though, because that's from like 1990 something. Let's have a look for a more up to date one. Must have that on the cover somewhere. That's Man of Steel. That's interesting. They didn't review World War Z as a front cover thing. Well, the point being I was trying to make is if you use the Empire layout, it's a lot more simpler than those ones. The ones here, very, very actually quite difficult to work with because you've got the kind of what we said don't use, which is the kind of joke shop horror font. Plus you've got all these extra pictures that you need. Plus all the trimming around them, plus this kind of backdrop you've got to get, plus this kind of, it's just very busy, and actually it's very difficult for students to do that. Same thing with that, with this sort of thing going down the bottom and then that there. It's a lot easier actually just to sort of go for a kind of more glossy film magazine look to it. Yeah. So that's one. The other one I'd recommend you look at is one called Dazed and Confused as well. You don't have to redo your research, by the way. Yeah, this is just to help you out in your designs. But like where is it? Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. So yeah, I think at the moment we're looking level 4 across the board. You've got a lot of detail in there. That looks great. I love it. Really well done. Nicely presented. Good. You got your feedback on there. That's lovely. We did these as videos as well, so that's bumped it up a bit. Nice. Really nice. You got your positives and negatives on there as well. Yeah. Okay. Good. So then on your treatment, which is the final thing. So we just need to get that done. So I think I just pointed that out earlier on, didn't I? Where it is. Did I video that? Yeah, there we go. Treatments and subtexts. That's what you're looking at presenting on those things there. Alright? And the way that's been presented before by previous students is let's have a look at a different company for the site. Let's have a look at Resolution. So they presented theirs. Must have moved it. Let's have a look at Cracked, I guess. Yeah, there you go. They presented theirs just as an e-maze thing. Oh no, and they did that as well. So I don't mind. You can either do that on paper like that with things cut out. The key thing is putting in your inspirations for the films and talking about what it was you're inspired by. Now, it's not the story you're inspired by; it's the way you're filming it. Yeah. So this is about the influence of the visual style. So like the effects you might want to use, the kind of colour filters, masks, anything like that. Yeah. So yeah, I think that what they did was took like photos of it. You don't have to do it on paper. You can do it electronically if you want to. Okay. Right, guys. I think pretty clear. Level 4 at the moment we're looking towards. So that's really nice. Is there anything on here I can give you some preliminary feedback on that's finished? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so I can see you've got that problem on there. Yeah, I wonder what that is. Okay, just remember when you get your results, make sure you get your screen grabs from WhatsApp or however you did this. So if you did it all through SurveyMonkey, that's fine. I think when you go to SurveyMonkey, it will show you how to put the results up. There's a page on SurveyMonkey where it says collect results, and it does them into graphs for you, so you can just screen grab those. Alright, yeah, results. Yeah, cool, okay. So just screen grab them and put them in so we can see them, yeah? Okay, and then we're getting on with the mood board. Oh, this is looking nice. Good, yeah. So one thing... you have annotated them. Good, okay. Yeah. What I would do is I would put a little annotation at the bottom saying, like, overall... this is quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Try and get some films that have got that as a colour scheme as well, and where you've nicked it from, just to add next to it, and just to say this is how you can see it in the trailer, here's how you can see it in the poster. That would just help. Yeah, this is really good, excellent.